Hi, everybody. John Morris for BaylorBears.com with Henry Howard, Baylor's Associate AD for Capital Projects and Championships. We're talking loud, and we're wearing hard hats. We're wearing safety vests because we are inside a capital project. Henry, we're inside Foster Pavilion. Got to say, it's the first time I've been in here. Not you, but man, things are coming along nicely.
Yeah. Appreciate that, JMO. We're in an active construction site, so we're required to wear the hard hats, the goggles, the vest. Keep your head on a swivel. You don't want to be hit by any construction activity, but It's an exciting time here at Foster Pavilion. A lot of activity, a lot has transgressed since the last time we spoke. We were actually outside the building last time we spoke.
Exactly. Outside with a big hole on this south end, which is now closed in. I mean, the seating, what do you call this seating area that is the concrete that's in place?
Yeah, it's precast concrete, so it's been stored over at McLane Stadium. That's really to speed up the process of getting it installed. So since we last met, JMO, there's a lot of structure that's been developed. Specifically, we're all the way up to the roof. The entire roof structure is installed. There's 6 long-span roof trusses installed, and currently they're working on the roof panels. There's over 20,000 square foot of roof that's already been installed, and that's really critical to the project because once you get the roof on, it really allows the trade workers to get inside, work on the CMU blocks, work on walls, work on fireproofing, all the things that are critical to the infrastructure of a building.
Yeah, and then weather becomes less of an issue, right, when you get to that point?
Yes. You know, everyone in Waco wants rain. Let's get that Lake Waco filled back up. But I will say that kind of slows down construction a little bit. I am proud to say, I'm encouraged to say that the building is on schedule. You know, we're tracking well. It is going to be a tight timeline for that first conference game, but we're going to make it happen with the help of Austin Commercial.
Very good. You come inside here. I mean, this is putting it very mildly, but you really see it taking shape. You know, what it's going to look like and how close the seating will be to the floor.
Yeah. For those who haven't been over to the side or been inside the building, we're standing on the west side of the facility. We're actually on the first row of the loge seating. And you can, once you get inside the building, you can tell how much closer you are to the action than at the Ferrell Center. The Ferrell Center is an amazing facility, but it's very horizontal in nature. The pavilion is more vertical in nature. The furthest seat at the pavilion is 54 feet closer than the furthest seat at the Ferrell Center when you talk about proximity to the court. So even if you're on the back row, you're going to be right on top of the action.
Austin Commercial going strong. I mean, this is a beehive of activity here.
They are. We're very fortunate to partner with them. They helped us build McLane Stadium. They're also on this project. I would say some of the progress we've seen since we last spoke, the structural steel for the men's practice gym is complete. That's on the north side of the facility, closer to the Brazos River. The weight room and the training room, the structural steel is all complete. That's on the northwest corner. And then right now, there's about a 160-ton crane that's working on the women's practice gym.
Wow.
The loading dock is complete, so they're really working their way around the facility to enclose it and make sure it's a structurally sound facility.
Wow. And you were telling me this crane, this is the smaller crane. The big one has already done its job and moved on.
It is. Hopefully we'll have some highlights, but on the south end, there was about a 50-foot opening for a crane that was affectionately called Dr. T. And Dr. T had about 5 feet to spare going in and out of the facility from the South Plaza into the bowl area, and it was setting truss, lifting very heavy objects. It's been disassembled and it's off to the next project, but we still have another crane that's about 160 tons, and it's the crane that's currently working on the women's gym, and then lifting things up to the roof to complete the roof structure.
And for folks who, and I may have been one of them, who had a question about how does this fit? How will it fit between the river and Robinson Tower? I mean, it fits. It's going up, and it fits in here snugly but nicely.
Yeah. We have about a 30-foot fire lane in between the Robinson Tower and the Foster Pavilion. I can say we did get some calls from the workers within Robinson Tower when they were moving some of those roof trusses.
Yeah.
It came within about 6 feet of the Robinson Tower at its closest point. So we might have gotten their heart rates up, but we're hoping during the season it'll be worth it and we'll get some heart rates going during the action.
Very good. Well, this is exciting. We finished the season in the Farrell Center this year. We'll open non-conference there next year, move here, start of conference 2024. I mean, it's counting down really the days, not just the months, but counting down the days till we're playing basketball in here.
Yeah. We're less than 10 months away, J-Mo, so we are counting down the days. I will say for the fan who's coming to that first conference game, allow us a little grace. We're going to have to do things a little bit different operationally than when the entire development center and pavilion are open. Let me give you one example. The basketball teams, the home team is going to have to share or be right next to the visiting team. Ideally, the Baylor Bears would be on the west side of the facility in their home locker room, but that part of the development center won't quite be done until the summer of 2024, whereas we're shooting for that first conference game in January of 2024. So they'll still run out of different tunnels. It'll seem normal, hopefully, to the fan, but we are going to have some operational hurdles to get over just to make sure we're playing basketball that first game.
Gotcha. One other thing you pointed out was a companion project is the small parking garage that's going up here also.
Yes. So the parking garage, which is going to be on the corner of Clay and University Parks, it's technically owned by the city of Waco. They've been great partners to work with, and they understand the urgency of getting that parking structure up. So they have actually worked with Austin Commercial, just like the pavilion, and it will be ready to go, they assure me, for that first conference game in January of 2024. And it's really critical to the game day experience. It's going to host or park about 450 spots. So if we were without those spots, I don't know exactly where we would park those folks, but they assure us it's going to be ready. They've actually started the foundations about last week, so it's making good progress. And as you can imagine, building a parking garage not quite as complex, although important as building a basketball arena.
Very nice. Well, thanks for the update. It is great to be here. My first visit inside Foster Pavilion, so thanks for letting us come in.
J-Mo, I must take this time. You look really good in a hard hat and goggles, and I think the fluorescent vest brings out your eyes, so come back anytime.
I appreciate that. I look to come back many, many times. Henry, thanks very much.
Thanks, J-Mo.
All right, Henry Howard, Baylor's Associate AD for Capital Projects and Championships. For Henry, I'm John Morris. It's a look inside Foster Pavilion.